As a creative, I'm sure you've had moments where you've had like this very great idea and you were just talking about it, and in your mind you want, how do I turn this to script? How do I turn this idea that I have right now to script that I can just go in and start shooting content about? So let me show you a system that you can use to do that right now. So this system is going to turn all of your voice notes or voice memos, voice conversations into script that you can just go in, pick that up, and shoot your content whenever you're ready to shoot. So that way all your ideas don't just disappear when after you've thought about it. Once you can think about it, just record your voice note, and it creates that script and keeps it for you. So anytime you're ready, you can actually go in and start shooting your content. So for context, this is what that simple system is going to look like. That system is going, this particular one works with Telegram, but if you can switch it with whatever, communication tool that you use, you can switch it with Slack, you can switch it with WhatsApp, whatever you use to record your voice notes, you can switch it to use here. But for this particular one, I'm going to be using Telegram. So it watches for your voice notes on Telegram, and then it downloads it, and it uses AI to transcribe it, then get the hooks for your content, and also write the script itself, and then put all of that into your content database. In this case, I'm using Airtable, but you can use Notion, whatever content database that you use, you can use that as well. So let me just simply go in and show you how you can create this, because it's very simple, very straightforward, and you're only going to be using no code tools to build this. So let's get started. So the first thing that you're going to do is sign up on make.com for free, and once you sign up, this is the dashboard that you will see. So simply just click on create scenario here, and the first thing that we are going to do is watch for our voice note on Telegram. So I'm going to call my Telegram here, and in this case Telegram uses bots for this, so you're going to call your Telegram bot. So let's just go in here, and then we're going to see this watch for updates. So whenever there is a new update from my Telegram, it's going to pick that up and do that for me. So I'm going to do this, and then of course create your webhook, and you already have to have a Telegram connection so that you can create a Telegram webhook connection. To be able to create a Telegram connection, just simply come to your Telegram and go to bot feathers. My laptop is lagging. Okay, yeah. So once you go to this bot feather, it will tell it to generate a bot for you, and it's going to do that. I can't click into mine because it gives me the bot and the token for that bot. So if I expose that, you might be able to have access to my own bot. So I don't want that. So once you just go in there, you're able to create your own token and your own bot that you can just simply connect on Make. If you don't understand what I'm saying, just go to this online help. You'll be able to get more details, and you'll be able to create your own connection. So I'm going to save this, and of course my connection is established. So if I run this now, while it's waiting for data, I go in to my bot and I say something like hi. Let's be sure that that is connected, and you can see and you can see here. So let's see what the message is, and then I can see the chat here, which is this hi. So this is the text here. So there was no attachment. If there was an attachment, it would have showed here. So this is, so that means that is working. So now that we have that, the next thing that we're going to do is go ahead and download our voice note. So we're going to come to Telegram here, and we're going to look for download a file. That's what is going to download. That's the voice note, because the voice note is always going to be an attachment. So we need to be able to download the voice note into our setup. So let me even record a voice note. Hi there. I hope that this is a good time to reach out to you and talk to you about this beautiful project that I have ongoing, which is the projects about so now that we have recorded that voice note, we are going to come back and run only this module. And while it's waiting for data, you're going to come in here and feed this voice note into it so it can pick that up. And as you can see, it has picked it up for us. So let's go to our chat now, and you can see there is a voice here because we have now added a voice recording. So if we come to our system now, we're going to be able to see the chat here. Let's look for attachments. Let me delete this and load this back up because I feel like it's not saying that. We're going to add the next module again, which is the Telegram bot module that will download the file for us. So we're going to come down here to download the file, and then our ID is going to come from, so I have to go in right now and record another voice note just so I had to come back in here to record another voice note just because the first one ran into issues and I really don't know what that is happening. So this is just another voice note just so I can run this to make sure that it works. So now that we have that, I will just come back here and make this start running, and while it is waiting for data, of course we put that in there. If we come back here, it has received it, and if we come here, we'll see our voice note here. So that means we are good to go. So the next thing that we're going to do is, of course, grab our Telegram bot that will download the file for us. So we come here and we're going to do download a file, and then our ID is going to come from, let's see what we can, let's see. Yeah, file ID is going to come from our attachment ID, which in this case is an audio. So we save this and we save this. So the next thing that we have here is going to be the AI module that is going to transcribe this for us. So we are going to use, in this case, Whisper. So we are going to do generate a translation, which is what it uses. So the prompt here, I'm going to get a prompt that I already have here, because the prompt is a bit long, so I really don't want us to waste time typing this. So I'll just copy what I have here and put it back here. Of course, you can ask OpenAI to give you a prompt to transcribe your audio my thought process or ideas into scripts. So it's going to generate everything. Ignore the, your filler words, everything is going to use that to transcribe your content for you. So of course it automatically maps from the file, so it knows what I'm talking about. So the next thing I'm going to do now is the system that is going to get me my hooks. So I want to prompt the AI to give me hooks like stop scrolling hooks and all those kind of hooks that will make people to stop scrolling and actually watch my content. So I'm going to come here and do this as well, because the prompt's already written out here, so I really don't have to do that. And like you can see here, what I'm using here is actually LinkedIn, but you can switch that for maybe TikTok, whatever platform you're trying to get scripts for. So I'm going to do OpenAI here, and I'm going to do generate a completion. And my model here, of course, is going to be like the slow model here. And then I'm going to add here, and then I'm going to add my prompt here, and this one here is the system or developer, and then I'll add another one, which of course is the user, and it's going to come from here. So that's the transcription or the video idea or whatever you might call it. Whatever you might call it, video idea or whatever. So we are going to save that, and of course we save this. So our next AI module is going to be the AI module that actually goes in to write our prompt for us, to write our script for us. So we are going to still use OpenAI, but of course if you prefer Claude, if you prefer Perplexity, you can of course use those those LLMs as well, but let's just use this one for this purpose, for this test or workflow purpose. So we're going to generate a completion as usual. And the model here, mine is going to be, yeah, this works, and my message is already written here, so I'll just come in here and copy this. Then I can put it, change the role is the developer, so the text content is this, and then this is the hooks. The hooks will come from the just concluded ones, and then the video idea will come from the first one, which is here. So that's what it's going to use to generate the entire script. So once it has the entire script, I want it to it's going to give me all bundled up in one sentence. If I come in here and show you the prompt that I have, so as you can see here, it's going to give me the hook, the setup, the point one, the point two, the point three, and the CTA. So it's going to give me all of these jumbled up in one particular prompt or in one output. So I need to be able to split it into its individual outputs so that I can have them individually in different columns of my database. So that's why I need the next module, which is the JSON module. So I'm going to do parse, and I'm going to do parse JSON. And my data structure, I'm going to add a data structure. So that just made me remember that I would have to run this before I can get the data structure to put inside here. So I'm going to try to record a voice note and then send it into this. So I'm going to use this. So I was thinking about this the other day, and I had a client call last week, and they told me that I've been posting on LinkedIn every single day for 6 months and getting basically zero traction. And I looked at their content, and the problem was immediately obvious to me. Every post started with "I did this, I achieved this, I think this," and then the second, and this is nobody's. And the thing is, nobody on LinkedIn cares about what you did. They care about what they can do because of what you've learned. So the shift is tiny, but it changes everything. Instead of "I launched a new product," you say, "Here is what I learned from launching a product that flopped." You know what I mean? The insight is the product, not the achievement. Anyways, I think this is a great content of LinkedIn video topic. So let me know. So while I pause this, I know I just read gibberish, but I'm just trying to get you to also understand how you can ignore your flops and the things that you're saying that are inconsistent and stick with the things that are consistent. So so it has new data there. So I'm going to come in here and send this into the system. So it's generating the transcript right now. So it has gone ahead to generate the hooks for me. It's now generating the entire script now. Okay, so it's done generating the script. Let's see what we have. You can see here 6 months of daily posting and still cricket, because nobody cares about your achievement. They only care about what they can do with your insight. Was on a call with a founder. Look at the camera. She told me I've posted every day because okay, this is really good, but of course this wasn't really tailored to anybody's voice and the prompt wasn't tailored to my voice and wasn't tailored to my company. That's why you can still see crickets, all those kind of things that ChatGPT basically uses. But for your own to be better, make sure that you tailor it to your voice. You can give it an example prompt of how you talk and how you articulate things depending on where you're from, so that it will understand that context and build your script around that. This is okay for what the prompts that I did give her, that I did give it. I don't know why I called it her. I think it's a woman. So this is okay for the prompt that I did give to it. But like I always say, the better your prompt, the better your output. So we are going to work with this. So now that I have this, so something that I did forget was that my prompt that asked it to give me what's it called, the entire output. So everything I have already works. So the next thing I'm going to do now is put it into my database of my content database. So I'm going to add here, which is of course is going to be my Airtable. So I'm going to create a record. So let me see if I have a database that is called content dump. So that is the database that I will be using. So I'll use authent here, and I'll use this, and then to redirect me to connect my base, which I'm going to do. So I'm going to add my base here, and in this case it's going to be my content dump, and then I'll run access. So here I'm going to have, of course, my content dump, and then the table here is going to be my script. and I'm just going to put in my entire script here, and I can also get my hook from here, and then every other thing. The status here, I would call it to do, right? But of course you can change it to draft or whatever you would prefer. So yeah, this one I have to go and remove this because I don't need this one. So but of course if I'm going to assign this to a person, or if like I have a personal assistant that always takes care of my content, reviewing my content to be sure it's okay before they can send it to me for, or before they can take before they can approve it for me, or if I have like a content team that looks at all my content ideas, analyzes it, reviews them, make sure it's okay before they can approve it, then I will now go into shoot. You can also add that here, but for now I'm just going to leave it empty and I will save this. So now if I run it with the already existing data, let me just run it with this, and you see it goes ahead to work on my voice note for me, extract the details, put it in my hook generator, generate the hook, put it in my script generator, generate the script. It's currently generating the script right now, and the last thing it's going to do is put the hook for me, or sorry, create the scripts on my Airtable database for me. As you can see, the system is working perfectly. So if you have any questions, you can let me know, and I think that's where I will be wrapping it for today. And if you're a business owner, you're trying to build automations for your business and you don't know how to get started, I'm your girl. You can hit me up through my email that will be linked in the description, and this is where we're going to pause for today. If you have any questions, any questions, you can leave it in the comment. If you found this video useful, you can share it with another business owner or another creative or content creator. You can share it with them, and if you like this video, of course, give me a thumbs up. It encourages me to keep doing it, and I will see you in my next one. Have a nice day.